Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Geneforge 5. We've helped the story greatly with her goal to get the other council members who are fighting the rebels on her side, or at least stop their developments and their plans. And now we are to go into the Shaper Citadel itself. I'm just walking up to the guy who should probably let us in here. Captain Griffin, I want to pass through the gate. I think you will find that I have permission. He removes a scroll from a pouch and unrolls it. It has a list of names on it. I received a replacement scroll last week, but there hasn't been any... Well, this is the first time that this has happened. You were on the list. He walks to the gate, a 10-foot-high slab of stone in the huge wall. He slaps the gate with his hand and shouts your name. Then he returns to you. I think that is what I am supposed to do. You can try to enter the Citadel now. If you don't succeed, don't be surprised. Well, I think I will succeed. There we go. And that lets us into the Shaper Citadel East Ward. Oh, there's actually a couple more areas for this before we're fully done. And here we are, the Citadel East Ward. That, oh. Huh. And that leads to the Western Passes. Interesting. Right then, onwards. You enter the East Ward of the Shaper Citadel, one of the 3 neighborhoods surrounding the massive stone dome in the center. It is a strange and disorienting experience. For the first time since you became conscious again, you are in a place that has not been savaged by war. For a few moments you experience what peace feels like. Here the buildings are intact. The people seem relatively carefree. Even the mountain air seems cleaner. A stone road stretches off to the west, cutting through the middle of the ward. At the far end is the Shaper Citadel, where soon the Shaper Council will meet, and the future of Terrestia will be decided. Well, we will explore around first, because that's what I do. I'm not going to pick any locks, besides we only got 5 of these left. Oh, what's this guy doing? You are hailed by a loyalist commander. He catches up with you very slowly. A recent wound has left him with a horrible limp. You stop so that he can catch up to you. He nods to you. I only just heard that you arrived. I'm Commander Kiley, Watcher of the Citadel East Ward. I have a message for you. Where did you serve before you came here? I was in the Storm Plains. I was in Fort Vengeance when the rebels drove us out of it, and I was part of the force that General Owen sent to retake it. Is that where you were wounded? Yes, that was my final assault. My thigh was crushed by a troll's rock. Shaper magic kept me alive, and my days as a campaigner were over. How did you get here? The borders are usually closed, but some people are allowed through. I was very lucky. I was brought up here to be tended to by skilled Shaper healers. It's only because of them that I live. Then I volunteered for duty here. They were kind enough to give me something to do. Are you glad to be away from the war? He looks at you as if you are mad. What? And then my fellows, the men and women I fought with, fight and die without my help? I'd give anything to be with them again. Fair enough. You have a message for me. Yes, I received it the day before you arrived. Just a brief note. Before you can be allowed to meet with the council, you must be evaluated. Go up to the meeting glade. That is all it said. Who is the message from? It wasn't signed. Servile brought it from the dome. Said an agent asked her to deliver it. That's all I know. Where is the meeting glade? He points to the northwest. Up there. It's an old stone circle, not used for anything for decades. Probably be replaced with a workshop soon. Well, that's all for now, thanks. Interesting. We'll go up there probably last. Let's see. East Ward Smithy. This smithy is very large, but there is only one man working here right now. The many tools hanging from his belt are all well suited to delicate work. He is circling an anvil, looking at the odd twisted metal thing resting on it. He seems lost in thought when you approach him, but you manage to get part of his attention. What angle? I am dead. Do you need help? Maybe silver, maybe gold? What are you working on there? Working metal pure enough? Well, we'll find out. Components, shaper machinery. For pylons, I think. Tell me about this smithy. Only me here. Other smith hired away. Do work. Maybe too tangled. Make larger? Would that work? I need better resources from council. Where did the other smith go? Yeah, paid by the Northwest Ward. Made more money there. Better supplies. Went away. Can't blame him. Quicksilver. Could use quicksilver. What sort of supplies do you need? Enchanted anvil. Could do more work. Draw customers. I don't want to restart this thing. Bring people here, invigorate the ward. I need someone who sees counsel, someone to tell about me. Perhaps I could speak on your behalf? He turns and looks at you. An unusual occurrence. Yes, that would be good. Would appreciate it. He returns to his work. A few minutes pass, and you suspect that he's forgotten everything you said. Can I sell something to you? He shakes his head, slightly annoyed. I'm a craftsman, not merchant. Go to Schmader's shop, he can buy. Can I buy some of your wares? Ooh, Quicksilver plate. +1 to action points and +1 to dexterity. That is impressive. Gauntlets of Sucre. +1 to mental magic and healing graft. Blasted greaves. +1 to strength, +2 to endurance. This is some pretty darn good stuff. Actually, what armor do we have? Grounding plate. You know what? I think we'll keep this for now. Quicksilver is impressive, but we'll keep the grounding. This is pretty much a barracks, it looks like. Yeah, it's a barracks, basically. Alright. We'll go to the northwest last. Schmader's supplies. Hold on, servile. The Citadel East ward has a variety of serviles working here. They deliver messages, sweep the roads, and keep the place running. None of them seem very happy, but compared to how things are in the Dara Reaches, this is a paradise. Ah, here he is. It is an unusual and luxurious sensation to enter a shop that is fully stocked. The shelves here are heavy with goods, some of them completely unseen east in the mountains. The proprietor is a small, wiry man in stylish clothes. He approaches you, notes your weaponry and equipment, and gives you a low, elegant bow. I'm eager to welcome a visitor of import to my humble shop. I am Schmader, a humble merchant. I invite you to look at my humble goods. How many times do you have to say humble before it becomes the opposite of humble? Well, suffice to say, as soon as you say you are humble, you are no longer humble. Me, I try to be humble. That's a secret. Tell me about your shop. It has been in my family for several generations. We serve the Shapers and the most important of outsiders. And, of course, we are always looking for new opportunities. You, for example, are going to see the council, or so I've heard. I want to make sure that you lack for nothing. What sort of opportunities are you thinking of? I'm pleased that you asked. The armies of the East need supplies. Quarantine is regularly broken so that they can be sent food, blades, batons, pods, and so on. And I can deliver better goods for lower prices. However, to get the contract, I must get the attention of a Shaper with influence. This is difficult. That is why it is so pleasing to meet someone who's going to go before the council. Schmader is skilled at his work. He's constantly lurking nearby, never close enough to make you uncomfortable, but always near enough to quickly answer a question. You want to look out for me, eh? Oh yes. For someone who has the council's ear, you will find my prices to be most reasonable. I want to sell something. No, I do not. What do you have for sale? I could use those living tools. Wow. Remarkably low. Yeah, those are low. Very nice. And one more of those. Because I don't know, I might need to fight something sometime. For all I know, that might be what I need to do at the meeting circle up there. Is that in the northwest? Yeah, it's up there. I'll go there soon. For now, I'm going to keep looking around. Let's look in the southeast corner here. I'm guessing that might be an inn or something? Or barracks? No, this is an inn. This is an inn. The East Ward of the Shaper Council features a huge, luxurious inn, suitable to the many wealthy and influential people who come from all over. Right now, everyone here is from the coastal provinces, overflow from the other wards. The proprietor of the inn is a large, sweaty man. He is struggling to keep up with the constant demands of his many haughty customers. Eventually, you get his attention.
Welcome to the Roasting Orc, finest inn in any of the wards. I'm Steen. The rooms are full, but we have drinks and roast meat. What can I do for you?
Why are you so busy?
It's always like this just before and after council meetings. Everyone comes to try to get the ear of the Shapers. These are the times that keep me in business. Of course, with the war, we mainly get those who can't get quarters in the other wards.
Why only customers from the other wards?
Normally I would be serving those from the Storm Plains and the Meritav, but they're quarantined. No refugees have been let in, so I'm stuck with the seconds from the other wards. At least there are always far more people coming up here than there are rooms.
What do you think of the other wards? He shakes his head.
Much nicer, better buildings, better statues, better maintenance. Coastal provinces always get the best of everything. Yes, what do you need?
I can't get a room?
Not here, not anywhere in the wards, not until well after the council meets.
Well, let me see your menu. Fair enough. There's something else I'd like to know.
Sorry, I'd love to trade rumors all day, but
He waves at the horde of angry customers.
maybe we can talk later.
Visiting officials. The meeting of the council has attracted a wide variety of merchants, local officials, and courtiers, each of whom has his or her own goal for gaining influence or wealth. Even though you can see the council, none of them want to talk to you. You're seen as eccentric enough that being associated with you might not have a great benefit. Fair enough, I suppose. These would be all the rooms. The various things in here. That's useful. Nobody saw that. In this room is... Nah, not gonna pick any locks here. No locks shall be picked. Because no locks need to be picked. Why would I? There's nothing in any of these rooms I need. Yeah, more visiting officials. Okay. There's probably just a bit of garbage back here, I imagine. Or it just goes around the entire place. Yeah, it looks like that's what happens here. Fair enough. And, ooh, there's even a nice little pond here. How sweet. What else? Ah, storage for a couple creations, it looks like. Let's see. This building is... What is this building? Alchemical workings. Ooh, we could use some potions. We're very low. This magical workshop is one of the nicest you've seen since you began your travels. It features the newest innovations in crystal and magical equipment, fresh from the coastal provinces. The alchemist in charge greets you. A traveling adventurer! Nothing more I like to see. I am Incantrix Selig, and I have a variety of goods that I think will be of great use to you, especially since I hear you have the ear of the council. Nice workshop. Thank you! Everything clean, everything new. All the best innovations from the artisans of the Nodai Coast. The Nodai Coast. To the northwest. I see you've never been. That is where I am from, the first Shaper province, home to all of the greatest artisans. I haven't seen anything like this east in the mountains. She shakes her head sadly. A painful thing. There is a real sales opportunity there, but the quarantine makes it impossible to send a story on all when the things they want to buy. But if it keeps the rogues from infecting the untouched provinces, it is worth it. Still interested in pods or magical equipment? I'm eager to aid anyone who has the ear of the council. She gives you a conspiratorial wink. Can you teach me any magic? No. The Shapers up here are very touchy about the laws regarding who can learn magic and who can't. It's not loose like it is to the east. Of course, I am interested in gaining a license to gain more spells, and to teach them. But to do that, I need the help of someone who has the ear of the council. How do you know I am going to the council? It seems like everyone else does. Rumors. Keeping track of who can see the council and who can't is the main way to pass the time up here. What sort of help were you thinking of? Well, I gave you 500 coins. Might you then see your way to mention my name to the council, as a loyal servant of the Shapers, if it comes up? Not really the business I'm in, sorry. Oh well, worth a try. Yeah, it seems like everyone's trying to bribe me or get information from me so they can get to the council. I'd like to buy some pots, though, if you don't mind. Speed spores, restoration, a couple of those. And we are low on those. And those. And get a bit more of those. That'll be fine. Spent a lot of coin, but I think it's worth it. Besides, we're close to the end. You are much closer to the Shaper Citadel now. It is an enormous stone dome, centuries old, perched on a mountain peak a few hundred feet above you. There is a tunnel in the mountain face just ahead, which you can use to get up there. It is the greatest work of Shaper architecture, both lovely and terrifying. Its power and remoteness perfectly symbolize the role the Shapers have assigned for themselves in Terestia. And soon, you will be inside it. Even with all you have risked, all you have been through, it is frightening. Which is, of course, the reaction the hall was perfectly designed to elicit. Well, still, something down here to look at. East Ward Creation Defense. Fair enough. There's a guardian sitting at this desk, reviewing his records and keeping track of the creations under his care. When he looks up at you, he can't hide the look of disgust.
Why are you here? I've little to say to you. I'm Guardian Savage, a mere servant of the Shapers, no member of the council.
What is your purpose here?
I maintain the defensive force of creations. Keep them properly maintained. Absorb and recreate those that can no longer function.
In case the Shaper Citadel is attacked?
Yes, of course, but that is nearly impossible. I feel that there is no way the enemy can get a force this far west. But it is my job to be prepared. After all, one Shaper is an army. Sadly, this applies to Dracons, too.
Guardian Savage looks up at you with irritation.
I have nothing to say to you. I see nothing of value coming from our conversation.
Can you give me any training?
Only if directly ordered. I will not share our secrets with a creature such as you, no matter how much influence you have gathered.
Why will you not speak with me?
You are at the heart of the Shaper Empire. If our laws have no meaning here, they have no meaning at all.
And
you are a warped thing, bearing forbidden powers etched into you by forbidden means. Remember this. Whatever the Council says, no matter what you do, your existence is forbidden by our law. And once peace has been won, there will be a reckoning.
Which means? He ignores the questions.
I only hope I live to see it. Now go. I must work to defend the dome.
Fair enough. As you will. I find it interesting that those are the units of choice. You have a meeting, those are all elite defenders, and we won't be able to go in until we speak at the meeting circle up in the northwest. Let me just uncover that. Okay. That leaves the meeting circle over here. What is up here, I wonder? Let's see here. There is a clearing up here, surrounded by crumbling ancient stone pillars. It looks like it was once used for meetings or rituals far in the past. Now it is neglected and overgrown, waiting for someone to build shops up here. 3 figures are waiting for you at the far end of the clearing. You move forward to greet them. Serviles. The 3 figures waiting for you are serviles. They are standing upright, and they are armed. They must be spies. Fortunately, their batons and blades are not yet pointed at you. Then the servile in the middle pulls back her hood, and you can see who it is. It is Meccan. There is a pleasing symmetry to this. She was there at the beginning of your journey. She is here at the end. She seems pleased to see you. Greetings, Lifecrafter. I am glad that you found your way to me. The council meets soon. First, we must speak. How did you get here? Do you not know by now? I enter Shaperlands when I please, and I stay as long as I need. Some of us are born with gifts. That is mine. What do you know about the council? That it is about to meet, and that you must speak before it. It will benefit the rebellion. Why did you need to speak with me? Your faction is close to victory in the council. Unfortunately, it has enemies among the more loyal, closed-minded of their kind. Just as they tried to assassinate Astoria, they are going to try to kill you. Be prepared. They are going to try to kill me. Actually, now that you have come up here, alone and far from aid, they will probably strike very soon. You should prepare yourself. What? Meccan, you led me into a trap? No, the trap was already here. I let you face it when you were ready. You would not, I think, prefer to wake up in the middle of the night with a slit throat. Who is coming after me? I do not know. Watch out for anyone trying to stab you. That will provide an excellent indication. You are not sure that you appreciate her attempts at dry humor. You need to help me. I am not ready for this fight. Meccan looks miserable. I am torn. I am not supposed to lose my cover, but if you do not make the meeting, all is lost. This is a real loss, but we will stay nearby. We will aid you, and it appears that they have found you sooner than we thought they would. As the serviles prepare to fight, you look behind you. Someone has entered the clearing behind you, trapping you. Alright then, let us prepare. We need chaotic spores. Feed spores. Uh-oh. I had to cast that, and that's not the only thing I can cast. I can also cast that. I do wonder who is trying to assassinate us now. Many warriors here, but I think you two. Kara. That's interesting. These guys have a lot of health. Oh, I didn't realize you could attack twice. There we go. Thank you, Meccan. Thank you greatly. This is going to be of great assistance. Well, we can at least kill this one loyalist assassin. Ah! And ha-ha! Ah! King, you will be fine, I am certain. Actually, I should probably use some crystals now that I think about it. Sorry about that sound back there. Little lightning there. Thank you. Greatly appreciate the assistance. And if you don't mind, we can at least kill this one assassin. Alright, let's see here. What have we got? What have we got? Lightning crystal. And fire-infused crystal. And with that, one assassin dead. 4 to go. King? King is in big trouble. I need to get those guards off of King. Okay, they're off of King. Oh boy. Well, the good news is they're off of King. The bad news is I am in big trouble. Alright, that guy's heavily wounded. Let's see. Restoration spores. And curing spores didn't help enough, but at least we get a stabbing. Will you stop attacking King? Ah, he should not have attacked her. Meccan, you are a great assistance in this fight. Thank you for you and your serviles. That guy's about to die. Excellent! And that one is also dead. Now I'm gonna get attention off of King by stabbing this Kara. There you go. Come on, cover that assassin in lightning. There we go. I don't know why I'm not hearing all the sounds. It's weird. Fortunately, it looks like this one's just about dead. There we go. And excellent. Now, I gotta pull this one back. Healing for King! Now we need assistance from those serviles. This Kara, though, she won't last long. Yes, thank you, Meccan. This Kara, whoever she is and whoever she fought for, she won't last much longer. Alright, one more. One more round and she is dead. Come on, she's running and scared. Got her! Ha-ha! That's the end of this. The battle won, Meccan Nazhu. Now we must flee to safety. Get to the council. Promise what you must. Convince them that our path is just. Now you are Terestia's best hope for peace. She leaves for the east gate, hoping to get there before an alarm is raised. Fair enough. Ha! One final battle, and it went well. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that helps. Okay, then. Restoration potions, speed spores, quicksilver chain, that, and a Reaper baton. Probably don't really need to carry this, but what the hell. And I'm going to heal myself up because we need to look good for our visit to the council. I want full essence as well, because why not? All that leaves is the council itself. Let's see here. Come on. I went up to the meeting glade, and then I was attacked. Hugh described what happened. The commander looks alarmed. How can such a thing happen here, in the halls of the Shapers? And you knew nothing of it? I swear, I only gave you the message the servile brought. Believe me, security is going to be drastically improved. All serviles will be questioned. This will not happen again. You say so, but the serviles helped me. I need to see the council. You are fortunate. Council is about to meet. The gate is unlocked. You can go through the tunnel into the dome now. That means that this is going to be the end of it. Onwards. Into the Citadel Dome. Alright. You enter the eastern gallery, the broad marble corridor that curves around the huge central dome. Rows of benches stretch off to the north and south. The wall is punctuated by a number of stone panels which can be lowered so that spectators can see public events. This meeting of the council, however, is very private. They are all closed. The doorways into the dome have been left open so that you can enter. You can hear the distant echoes of shouting. The council is currently having a passionate argument. I'm just going to take a quick look around outside. Because why not? Wow, a lot of glasses for, for people watching so that they have something to drink. We're going to walk in there in a moment. I imagine if we were Galdring, we would probably be charging in here angrily to attack and kill everyone. Which is probably why this area exists. Trachovites too, maybe, but I have no idea what the Trachovites do. I have no idea what their plans are. So, let's go in here. At last you enter the great council hall of the Shapers. Built a century after the foundation of the Shaper Empire, this enormous chamber has spent centuries as the heart of Shaper power. It is enormous. The floor is polished marble. Centuries of pacing sages, scholars, and serviles have worn long paths in the stone. The granite dome arches high overhead. Many generations of serviles have spent their lives climbing up there to remove bird nests. But there is something even more imposing here. Is there now? Aha! You force yourself to walk forward step by step, a little bit at a time, concentrating on not being overawed by the settings. For this chamber is not the most intimidating thing before you. The entire Shaper Council is in session. All 7 of them are there. The 4 from the central provinces ravaged by war. Rawel, Astoria, Alwyn, Tegan. They are exhausted and their faces are red, worn down by the argument about how their exhausted lands are to be saved. 2 from the coastal provinces, Councillor Sharisa from the Nodai coast and Councillor Nawaz from Lethia province. Wealthy, soft, stylishly dressed, untouched by the struggle, unsure about how to proceed. And their leader, High Councillor Shima. He was once thought the most skilled and wisest of the Shapers, but he is old. His best years have passed him by, and he seems to be exhausted at the moment that requires his greatest strength. And there they are. Owen's still in that. You watch them, these titans of Terestia, unsure how to proceed. It takes several minutes of them shouting before they notice you. Rawel is the first to see you. He stares at you intently for a moment. Then he looks concerned. He has tried to sense the control tool, but he can't. He looks furious. Then High Councillor Shima sees you.
Ah, yes, the mysterious wanderer. We are told that you can bring some illumination. Something has to. Please approach.
Ah. You stand before the long stone table, and the members of the council examine you, staring at you as if you are some interesting lab specimen. High Councillor Shima asks you some basic questions. Your name, where you're from, what you remember. When that is done, there is a long, awkward silence. They wait for you to speak. You wait for them to speak. Everyone is lost in thought, pondering why you have been brought here. Let's see. Shima, Alwyn, Astoria. That is... I believe that is Rawel. Which means... that is probably Tegan. And those are the 2 from the other provinces. And then Astoria rises to speak. As you know, this person, this outsider, works for me. This person is evidence of how far our powers have left our control. Enough to create a creature like this, so far that we will never control it again. We stand on the brink. We are at risk of losing everything. Alwyn's line has been broken, again, and it will always be broken. He glares at her. We are now learning the details of Sage Tegan's mad plans. Fortunately, it appears that his experiments have failed. They only show how desperate we have become, no matter how much we lie to ourselves. Look at this person. Warped, you think, forbidden by our laws, but not evil, not mad, and most importantly, not our enemy. We are destroying everything to fight that. No, we do not need to give everything and risk losing everything. I am not ashamed to admit it now. I have been speaking with the northern rebels. We can have an honorable peace, us in the west, them in the east. There is one problem. The Dracons. Godring will never accept such a thing. If he dies, however, if the Dracons lose their influence in the rebellion, peace is at hand. She speaks in this vein for some time more, occasionally using you as an example. Finally, the council takes a vote, whether to make peace in the event that Galdring is killed and Gazaki-Use falls. Astoria votes yes. Alwyn votes no. Sage Tegan, broken by the loss of his great project, mutters yes without any thought. Rawal, seeing Astoria as more influential than Alwyn, votes yes. The Shapers from peaceful provinces, scared and confused, allow themselves to be led by the views of the others. Any price to keep the war from their gates. They vote yes. And with a few minutes of discussion and several raised hands, it is done. High Counselor Shima rises and faces you. Astoria seems to place some faith in you. She says that you are the one who can prove the rebels are not inherently our enemy. Fine. It is time to prove it. We have a plan for a raid against Gazaki-Use. We have had it in the hopes of slaying the Drakon Galdring for some time. Astoria assures us that the other rebels will not interfere with our assault, which gives it a chance of success. You must prove yourself. Show us that you are not our enemy. Go to Gazaki-Use. Aid the raid. Destroy Galdring. Do this, and the peace you have fought for will become a reality. The High Counselor waves you away. The council turns to discussing the details of the new plan. You turn and go. It appears that you have one final battle ahead of you. East, in Gazaki-Use. Well now. So we actually have one more thing to do we? Very well then. We will head to Gazaki-Use, and we will fight, and destroy Galdring, once and for all. That'll be in the next episode, the finale. Until then, I am Chester44, that is E-King and Shuriken. This has been a Geneforge 5 Let's Play, and I will see you all next time.